We're Hannah and Chad, full-time RVers who love to travel and are in the midst of paying off $153,000 in debt. This is our debt-free journey. Hey everyone, hope you all had a good week. Chad and I did a little bit of traveling that you're going to see in our video for next week. But right now, we want to talk about why we live in an RV.
Alright, so to start it off with, one of the bigger reasons that we wanted to live in an RV and currently are is that it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
We moved down to Tennessee just about 3 months ago now, and where we want to live is kind of like a up and coming booming area, and it's very expensive, and we can't afford the rent in the area that we want to be, and we are not going to buy a house because we're not going into debt any more than we already are.
Mm-hmm.
And buying a house is out of the question. So we went to the next best thing, which is an RV. We currently pay about $290 for our lot rent a month, which is very cheap, and we pay about $50 right now on average for electricity. I think when we first got here in January, it was like $75 because of running the heater all the time.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was cold. So I mean, for $350-ish, I mean that's
pretty good for
good.
rent. I mean,
yeah, I mean you get to live in your own house,
humble abode.
and there's a couple of facilities on site. There is a pool here that we haven't used yet because it's just April now, and then there's some bathroom facilities with showers, and there is
A laundry room.
There's laundry and there's garbage.
Oh yeah.
And we have the water is free as well. Well, not free, but it's included. That is that for that part of it.
Reason number 2 why we live in an RV is because it's mobile.
Yes.
We want to be mobile. We want to eventually travel full time. Right now, that's not quite possible for us because of all of our debt. All of you watching probably know that we started off our marriage with $153,000 in debt. We've gotten that down to like 122, 123.
Somewhere in there, yep.
Yeah, so we've paid off around $30,000. But still, I mean, our minimum payments for all of our debt are around the ballpark of $1,500 a month.
So yeah, $1,500 a month. That's a mortgage payment in most people's
and
situation.
That's just for our debt.
So
don't go into debt.
Yeah, don't go into debt.
Don't do it.
With being mobile, right now it's an RV, and we like the situation so far.
Yeah.
I mean, we're working on an RV that's not 100% livable. I mean, we're living in it, but it's not, complete. Once we had this finished, or even if we bought something else, or even bought a different RV, we would still live in it.
But that'll change. I mean, we want to travel internationally as well as within the United States, and we're going to be using any means necessary.
Yeah, so right now it's an RV, but in a number of years it could be backpacking, or it could be living in a sailboat, or a plane, who knows what.
A plane. Or we could just have a tiny house somewhere in Tennessee that we come back to when we're not traveling. I mean, we don't know that we'll always live in an RV. We like change. We like doing different things, so we probably won't.
Yeah. So if you're watching because we live in an RV, we are very glad that you're here, and we hope you stay. Just know that in a year, 2 years, or down the road, it might change. So be forewarned that this may not always be an RV channel. But
yeah.
So point number 3 is that it's small. This particular RV is about, I think, 178 square feet, if I remember right. And we feel very comfortable actually in this. But even if we built a house, it would be a small, tiny house. It would be less than 500 square feet, between 4 and 5 probably. But that would be with a guest bedroom. That would probably be a /office that we wouldn't even really use, and then eventually that would be a nursery or a kid's room.
Nursery.
So, but that would still be huge, really, compared to what we're in now, and we are plenty comfortable in this space.
Yeah, really, we are.
I mean, if you had another 25 square feet on this to put in a shower, because right now it's too small for giving up that much room for a shower. Like, that's one luxury that we would have in a house if we built, and then also a spare room. But that's basically it. So, I mean, 178 to go to a 500 square foot house, that's more than double this.
We wouldn't know what to do with ourselves.
I mean, that to us is a lot of dead space, and that's only 500 square feet. Most people have that just in one or two of their bedrooms. So
Yeah, we want to keep space down because we want to keep our stuff down.
Yes.
We're going for the minimalist trend in living. That doesn't mean we're super green. We'd like to be more green than we are, and we're getting there just to be good stewards. But for now, it's just less stuff.
Yeah. For me, I am kind of have that pack rat mentality. I want to collect stuff. I want to have everything. And so it really helps you break that. I mean, we've gone through the process of, every day before we moved, picking something to get rid of, to donate it, to sell it, or to throw it away. And it's almost therapeutic. I mean,
it really is.
You're like, I can't get rid of this. And by the next day, you're like, I can get rid of that. And
it's so stress relieving
and
because
freeing.
it's like one less thing to take care of and keep track of.
Yeah, I mean, we're down to very little things, and we still are like, you know what, let's get rid of this, let's get rid of that. And we do still have our storage unit, which really doesn't have that much stuff in it, but it's just a lot of it's our building materials stuff that we can't have in here all the time.
Yeah.
And
once we get the cabinets and everything in here, everything will fit.
Yeah, once we have the actual places to store stuff, we won't have to have our storage unit. So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Not everybody is going to go small. Not everybody's going to build a tiny house. We understand
that. That's
fine. It's your prerogative to do what you feel that is necessary for you and your family. For us, it's just we want to live smaller in the physical sense of your home and your possessions, so we can live bigger and broader in the sense of traveling and seeing the world. That's just our heart. That's just what we want to do.
Reason number 4 why we live in an RV is because it's different. Chad and I are sort of addicted to change. Change can be really painful, but it's fun because along with our lifestyle changing, we change too.
Yeah.
And one big thing about living in an RV, especially one that we've torn apart and are redoing, is it feels like we're living in a big fort.
Yeah, it's there's some days that we're in here and it's just a nice, warm, breezy day, and we'll have the windows open and the wind's going and blowing the curtains, and you're just sitting on your bed full of pillows, and you just feel like you're back and you're a kid in a fan fort or something.
Yeah.
So it's been actually kind of really nice. But.
And it's a big change because we both grew up in fairly large houses with, big-ish families. Well, I was one of 4 kids, and Chad was one of 8. So, I mean, we've lived that life, and we wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So that's kind of the top reasons that we're living in an RV. If you have any questions, or you're wondering why we did something or didn't do something, or if we're gonna do something, just comment below and we'll respond and see about maybe answering that in a future video or directly in the comments. So thanks.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up below if you liked this video and hit subscribe for more like it. Also, make sure to check out ourdebtfreejourney.com.